What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today's going to be a rough one. I'm already sweating just from getting the Goldwing up on the center stand, but today we're going to tear into it. I'm going to get all the baggage off. I'm basically just going to completely strip the bike down. That way I can fix all of the issues, and then we'll reassemble it and clean it. That way I know it's perfectly roadworthy. I was able to get it up on the center stand by myself, but it is not easy. That is for sure. I could get my Honda Blackbird up on the center stand like fairly easy. This thing is a beast to get up on that center stand by yourself. But not really going to talk too much for the intro of this one. It's going to be a long video, so let's go ahead and get into it. But if you guys could drop a like and a subscription, it really means a lot. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers. It helps me out a ton, doesn't cost you guys anything. I also wasn't really able to find much on YouTube for this exact model for how to get all this front fairing off, because here, I'll show you guys what the problem is. So I need to get the carburetors out, and in order to do that, there's an airbox piece I need to get out. So I need to get this off, but this is all one piece. All of this up front here, it's all one piece of fairing, so I have to figure out how to get that off. And then I'm also going to take the seat off, the luggage off, that way I have access to the rear brakes and all that type of stuff. Just like I said, it's anytime you get a new bike, it doesn't hurt to rip it all down. That way you can thoroughly go through everything, make sure it's all roadworthy, as well as I'm going to do like a coolant flush, oil change. I'm going to flush all the brake systems and all that, and it's just way easier with a bike that's stripped down. But let's go ahead and get tearing into this thing and see what we can do. Alrighty, first things first, let's get this luggage off. Sweet, it's easy. Alrighty, it looks like I'm gonna have to get to the wiring harness this way. If it's not underneath this, I'll chase it down the bike. But see, even just like that, looks pretty clean. Just taking off that bag one, leaving the side baggers. That is rear bag off. Now let's go ahead and I'll take these side bags off. Now we're coming back here. Something is linked right here that's not letting me get it off, so I think I'm gonna have to pop all this off in order to get to it. See, this one just came right off. There we go. So behind this, there's these little wing nuts that allow you to take this off, and then that allows you to get access to that screw. Yep, that's how it works. And then that allows you to get to this right here. Alrighty. That was about as easy as I thought it was going to be. One thing I saw online. Alrighty, next is popping the seat off. I might try to reupholster this seat. I don't know, I'll leather condition it and see if it is worth it, but I think what I might be able to do is just take all the staples out and then just like pull it down tight again and then just re-staple it and then leather condition it, and it'd probably make it look way better and wouldn't cost anything. The seat probably hasn't been off in 20 years. Everything on this bike is so difficult. Look at that. There's a 12 underneath right here that you have to take off in order to take the seat off. Most bikes, it's like you pull a string and then the rear pops and then this front just slides out, like on Japanese sport bikes. Still not it. What could it possibly be holding on to? Okay, that one's kind of my bad, I guess. So there is actually like some sort of spring mechanism. So you take out those back two and then you pull up on this and then that drops the spring. So that worked to take those two 12s off, but that's not really necessary. Here's what I'm trying to tackle next. I need to get this air box off, because underneath there's a piece that comes up that will make it so I can't slide the carb out. So I need to get this off, that way I can get access to all that. So I'm gonna just start taking all these off. Like I said, I couldn't really find anything on YouTube on how to take it off, so I'm just gonna start undoing bolts and we'll see what works. So just by moving it, I can tell there's actually a break right here. So I might be able to get away with leaving all this on and just taking out this centerpiece. So I just gotta see if I can get access to what's up here. Oh, there's the fuses. Yeah, it's actually, I was gonna look into, I need to look for what fuses do the radio, because the radio fuse is not working. Cool, there's another 12. I think that's it. I think there's one of each. One of these on each side. Yeah, one of those on each side, and I think it should be good. Let's go to the other side. Look at that. Something actually worked. Alright guys, the GoPro got a little too hot, so I had to let it rest for a little, but all I did was take off this side piece right here. It was just some Phillips, pretty easy. And then I got the airbox off. That was just a wing nut on top. So this is what I had to get out right here. This would have stopped me. You see it comes up to about here. So if I were to try to slide the carb out, it wouldn't work. So I can take this off, and then I should be able to unbolt the carb, and then I can get everything to just slide out this way. Also, this rear shock is pretty blown, so I might try to look into see what type of rear suspension you can do, like, because it's air suspension, like, yeah, like, see, like, there's these air lines and stuff, so yeah, rear suspension air pressure. I don't know how much those shocks are going to be. I might just go to like a coilover setup or something, we'll see. But go ahead and get that off, and then we'll rip into the carbs. There we are. Alrighty, so I already did the other side. Now I'm gonna go and do this side. Pop these coils off. And then this side doesn't have it, but on the other side there was a fuel pump and fuel lines. Just have these two 12s, or two 10s on this. This is such a massive motor. So now in theory, once I have this off, I think I will be able to start pulling the pulling on it and seeing if any hoses or anything like that are blocking me. But I think it should come out now. All right, I got it figured out. There were these right here that go down right next to the intake manifold thing, and it was stopping me from being able to move it. So I got these off, and then I also popped these elbows off, and then I think that's it. Yeah, that's all I did. So now I just gotta take off the throttle cables, and then I should be able to pull it out. This is by far the hardest carb I've ever done, that's for sure. Usually by this time I could have already had it like rebuilt and done basically. It's always a good idea when you're taking off your throttle cables, mark which one was on top. Makes it a lot easier putting it back in. There we go. Throttle cables are out. Alright, then I had to remove the choke right there. Forgot about that. Oh, it's the home stretch. There we go. Victory. Bad news in here. This wire and then this wire back here is completely chewed off, and you can see there's mouse poop. So it looks like, from what I can tell, those are the only things that got chewed on. This plastic piece got chewed on a little, but I'm not worried about that. So I'm gonna have to, it looks like the coolant temperature sensor. So it probably doesn't have a temperature sensor right now. So I'm gonna do a coolant flush anyway. So while I do the coolant flush, I won't be able to put the carbs back in today because I'm gonna have to order that part. But because they chewed like the actual sensor itself as well as the wires. So I need a new sensor, and then I'll find a old wiring harness and I'll get this section of wire. because luckily it's one plug-in for both these wires. So I'll just get that piece and that sensor, slap that on, and then that will be good for that. Alrighty, let's tackle these carbs. So I got my rebuild kits right here. Start by popping this thing off. It's tempting to put the carbs back in and try to start it today, but it's such a pain to get them in and out. And I'm gonna have to replace that wiring, so it's just not worth it. Cool. Yeah, geez. Some fuel was definitely sitting in there for a while. Hit it with some cleaner. The way I like to do carbs is one at a time. When I'm doing 4 carbs, just rebuild them like an individual carb times 4. That way you don't have to get hardware mixed up and stuff. You just take one apart, rebuild it, put it back together, take another one apart. So I'll walk you guys through the first one, and then the other ones I'll just crank out. That way you guys don't have to watch them all. I'm sure that wouldn't be too exciting. There you go. Oh yeah, it's got like a syrup on it almost. That's crazy. Float bowl screws are really easy to strip, so always make sure you're putting a ton of weight on them when you're backing them out. Those actually were some of the easiest float bowl screws I've ever had done too. Considering this is an 84, that's pretty crazy. Or yeah, 84, that's pretty crazy. Jeez. Float needle actually looks really good. So does the float. I don't see any cracks or anything. I've had problems with eBay float needles before, so I don't want to replace that if I don't have to. And it looked pretty good. So just got to make sure you clean out that end of the float needle to make sure it seats well. But let's go ahead and pop the jets out. Alright, so we'll see the pilot jet first. Or main jet first, I mean. Main jet's as clear as could be. Let me see if it's the same size as the eBay one. Yeah, this is a 125 jet. And this is a 102. Complete different sizes. That's the one thing that sucks about eBay kits. Alright, here's the pilot jet. Here's the one I bet's plugged up. Not even a little close. 35 and... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. The pilot jet is actually the same size. Cool. The pilot jet's the correct size. So I don't have to deal with cleaning those old jets. I can just throw in new pilot jets. Alrighty, there you go. Now the hard part for me and the fun part for you guys. I gotta sit here and do this 4 more times. And for you guys, it'll probably be 30 seconds. Alrighty, carbs are done, all put back together, reassembled. Everything came out pretty good. 2 of the main jets were super plugged, but I got both those cleaned out. All new pilot jets. All the floats look good, no cracked in the floats, no cracked on any of like the bladder for the top of the carb, anything like that. It all looked really good. So unfortunately I can't put it in and start it today. I really want to, but it's just not worth having to rip them all back out to do that wire again. I'm gonna order them tonight. They should be here in like the next couple of days. But I'm also wrecked. That was like 3.5 hours you guys didn't see of just doing those carbs and stuff and getting everything all cleaned and everything sitting hunched over in a 100-degree garage. But that is it for today. I'll get all that stuff ordered, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
One take. Yeah, we just kids with a dream to get out. Know we gonna make it one day. I ain't got a doubt. I'ma do it for myself. I'ma do it for the crew. We don't care about you. We can see right through. Yeah, we just kids with a dream to get out.